Okay, hello everyone. In this chance, we will start to debate about using Photoshop in the media to promote an unhealthy body image. Start with me, Nauval, and Anita as a positive or pro side. I believe that Photoshop is a uniquely dangerous and powerful tool. Photoshop has unbelievably damaging effects on people's body image and self-esteem. Why is Photoshop so much worse? Photoshop allows people to edit themselves, so they look like something no human body and ever can. Photoshop idealizes image that no fitness regime or beauty treatment will ever come close to achieving. Photoshop normalizes inhuman standards of beauty. Why is this so dangerous? Because it means that people will damage their bodies and their minds striving for it literally. Untable and impossible goal, so let's dive deeper into the pros and cons of Photoshop and the effects it had on our world. Is there really a definitive answer as to whether Photoshop is good or bad?
I agree with Nauval. Photoshop has affected people in a negative light, in a negative sense. It's created a culture of realistic perfections that not does not exist. Well, with a well-kept model, slim stomach, and spotless skin, and these are easy target for the dignity of many. So Photoshop can contribute to unrealistic body image expectation like eating disorder, insecurity, and other emotional problems. And I have example like famous lingerie brand Victoria's Secret, one of the most teenager populated companies has decided that the photoshopping their models was creating a false imaginary ideal to their customer. So, what do you think, Sarah, about these cases?
Okay, yes, I understand. But my opinion is that a healthy warning the right way to combat negative body image? I tend to side with the stakeholders who argue the man and woman actually have a well-developed understanding of the media and its potential role in influencing self-image. When I look through magazine, yes, I see picture of thin, impossibly beautiful woman. But the keywords there is impossible. I look at the pictures and I know that all of them have been edited and touched up multiple times before they ever will make it to print. Putting a healthy warning on something isn't going to magically fix the problem. If we are going to fight to promote healthy focus on the thin ideal, plaguing our nation through many social, cultural, and political forces, not simply through the media. I believe Photoshop is horrendous and destructive tool that needs to stop. We should be proud of our beautiful bodies, beautiful face, and our beautiful photograph. So what about Adele?
I agree with Sarah. I think the obvious of Photoshop that creates a body image in a photo sends a bad message and can also lead to low self-esteem and body image issues. Instead of being used to enhance photos, Photoshop is used to completely transform a body's body into something it impossible. Example, models that are already very thin are made smaller by magazine and photographers. Their waists shrink, their arms and legs become nothing more than bones, and every imperfection was erased completely. Some photos go a step further to transform the woman into figures that are unattainable in reality and nothing short of Barbie. The negative message this photo sends, especially to someone who is already struggling with their image, is rebel. is created a culture of unrealistic perfection that doesn't not exist.
Okay, I think we can move to the next section. There is a question and answer section that two side, opposite and pro will have a question and the other side to answer the question. So I think I could start the question. I want to ask to opposite. My question is, do you care about the mental health generated by the Photoshop app that makes people want to be perfect?
I want to answer the Nauval the question. Well, I still care that all should have control of themselves, shouldn't be obsessing over Photoshop or a beautiful, perfect model in the picture.
Okay. The next question to Prosite. Uh, do you agree with the aesthetic in advertising that it's important to use Photoshop to offset a deficiency?
Maybe I want to answer the Sarah question. I probably but I thought don't over edit like people the skin is made very white because it makes a standard of beauty that shouldn't exist because all the color of the skin is a beautiful, I think.
Okay, the next question to oversight. How can we counter ourselves against the obsession or perfection Photoshop provides?
Okay, I think I will answer the other question. I'm agree that still have to use the Photoshop, but it must be a natural one. Even it has to be edited, but not too much or not too over, and there is no over difference. I think that's it.
Maybe I want to give a question to contrast side. How can we control ourselves against the obsession of the perfection Photoshop provides?
Yeah, I want to answer the question from Prosite. We must love ourselves and should always be grateful for what we have. So that's it.
Okay, I think that's it for the answer and question section. I think I will be give the conclusion about this debate. My conclusion is beware of using Photoshop as we become mentally impaired by obsessing over the perfection made by Photoshop. We should be proud of our beautiful bodies, beautiful faces, and our beautiful photographs.